Hello students, we will start chapter number 7, Conservation of Plants and Animals. You have already studied in class 7 about forest, and some of you might have visited Bharatpur Sanctuary, or you have heard about Kaziranga National Park, Lakchau Wildlife Sanctuary, Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve and Tiger Reserves, etc. So, what is the purpose of making national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and biospheres reserves? We will study in this chapter. We need to conserve the plants and animals as they are beneficial to us. They are natural treasures which we have to conserve or protect. Every living organism on earth is member of a dynamic community. Dynamic means a vast community. The ecosystem, it is the dynamic and the vast community which consists of biotic, abiotic, living and non-living, all the things. Living such as fish which lives in pond or water, so they are, and along with non-living things such as the water, soil, etc. Earth is the only planet which has life on it because it has all sustainable conditions. There are numerous kinds of plants and animals that exist on earth. We get diverse variety of life forms. For example, flowers of different colors, red, pink, yellow, etc. These numbers of different forms of plants and animals found on earth is called as biodiversity. Maximum diversity is found in the forests. Example, forest where different types of plant forms from creepers to a huge trees are found. In the same way, animals from very small to a big size are also there. Nowadays, there are loss of biodiversity, and it's a serious problem because sudden unplanned and disorganized changes in environment are occurring. As we know, biotic and abiotic both are present in the ecosystem. And if abiotic factors are disorganized, they then it can cause problem to the biotic factors. Due to human behaviors and activities, numbers of threats to biodiversity are seen. Example, the human activities like deforestation. What is deforestation? Cutting down of trees and plants are called as deforestation. What are the causes of deforestation? Increase in pollution level of earth, increase in carbon dioxide in atmosphere, increase in the temperature or global warming, lowering of the level of groundwater, disturbance in the balance of nature, decrease in the rainfall, decrease in the fertility of soil, increases in the changes of natural calamities such as drought and flood. Deforestations are being done for lodging purposes. That means making building apartments for agricultural practices, growing fruit, vegetables, etc. Grazing operations are being done. These are leading to deforestation. Many other causes are also there. Rapid urban development, industries, housing complex, clearing for production of food, etc. Clearance of agricultural to grow more food as population is rising. Fuel requirements for cooking, etc. Timber exploitation for construction purpose and furnitures, using land for setting up industries, etc. Some natural causes of deforestation are forest fires and severe droughts. Now, the consequences of deforestation are also there, that deforestation increases the temperature and pollution level on the earth. It increases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. If no plants are there, no oxygen will be released, then obviously the carbon dioxide will rise up. Deforestation lowers the groundwater level. It disturbs the balance in nature. Rainfall decreases and the fertility of the soil also decrease. As you know now, forests are playing an important role, therefore they have to be conserved. The questions are there in your book. How does deforestation reduce rainfall? On other hand, leads to flood on it. So let me tell you that deforestation means cutting down of trees or forest. We know that trees transpire, or you can remember the process of photosynthesis, which plays an important role in the water cycle as it adds moisture to the air, which brings rainfall. So, if the number of trees decreases, the process of transpiration and water cycle will be disturbed. Hence, the rainfall will be reduced, which will cause drought. On the other hand, deforestation leads to flood as trees prevent sediment runoff and forests hold and use more water than farms or grasslands. Deforestation result in decreased water holding capacity of soil. This reduces the infiltration of water into the ground, which causes flood. Therefore, it increases the chances of natural calamities like floods and droughts. You recall from class 7 how trees prevent soil erosion. Fewer trees results in more soil erosion. Removal of the top layer of the soil exposes the lower, hard and rocky layer which has less humus and is less fertile too. Gradually, the fertile land gets converted into deserts. It is called desertification. The other properties of the soil like nutrient content, texture, etc. also changes because of deforestation. You have studied in class 7 that we get many products from forests. So if we continue cutting down the trees, then there will be shortage in the coming time. Next topic is conservation of forest and wildlife resources. Conservation means the protection of the natural world in planned and managed way such as forest and wildlife. Let us study about Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Here the plants and animals found are similar to those of the upper Himalayan peaks and to those belonging to the lower Western Ghats. This biodiversity is unique. Preserving these areas of such biological importance makes them a part of our national heritage. Biosphere is the part of the earth in which living organisms exist or which supports life. Biological diversity or biodiversity refers to the variety of organisms existing on the earth, their interrelationship and the relationship with the environment. Personal efforts and efforts of the society, government, agencies also take care of the forest and animals. The government lays down rules, methods, and policies to protect and conserve them. Wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, biosphere reserve, etc. are protected areas for conservation of plants and animals. To protect our flora and fauna, plants and animals. Flora is plants and fauna is all different types of animals, species, and their habitats. Protected areas are called sanctuaries. National parks and biosphere reserve have been earmarked. Plantation, cultivation, grazing, felling trees, hunting and poaching are prohibited there. And what's a sanctuary? Area where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. So this much is there for today's presentation. You will be doing activity 7.1 and 7.2 in groups of students from different sections that I will give you in the attachment. Thank you.